Jackson Kayak has come out with a new design of the rudder. I'm going to show you how to install it, compare it, and then test it in this video. It's 2020 and Jackson has come out with a new design of their rudder. It costs about 32 bucks, and the brag on this is it is a molded glass-filled nylon rudder. It's longer, it's been optimized to track through the water better, and so that's going to give us better turning and tracking. And when you compare it to the old style, you can immediately see that it's much longer, and the profile on it is a lot different. On the old one, it relied on filling up with water through these two little holes right here to provide, I guess, grip in the water column. And when I look at my old one, which is massively heavy, I can see that those two little holes have filled up with sand, and this is a solid piece of mess. In fact, let's drill a hole in this, see what's in it. Well, I got the hole drilled in here, and you can see, as I put the screwdriver in there, that yep, there's a big layer of sand down in here, and that's adding a lot of weight to this rudder and to my kayak. In fact, I drilled two holes, and the sand is all the way up to this hole right here. So I've got sand probably filling this much of this rudder. That's amazing. This new model solves all that problem. There's nothing hollow in here. And I'll go ahead and show you how to install it. Now, there are two different versions of steering controls on these FDs. I've still got the version 1, and I did a video on the version 2 that I'll link up right here. And the key difference is the size of the handles. The version 2 has larger handles, but at the back it relies on a boomerang arrangement that limits the amount that the rudder can actually turn. So that's why I still have the version 1 on there, but I'm betting that the boomerang will provide better leverage on this. I won't be able to test that because I'm not going to go reinstall that version 2 steering control. First thing to do is pull out the pin and remove the old rudder, and then unscrew the bolts that are attaching either the version 1 wings or the boomerang to the rudder cap. The new rudder came with a new rudder cap, so I assume that there's something different about it that requires this old one to be replaced. Well, here's the new one, here's the old one. Don't see much difference between the two, but there must be something. So anyway, now I'll go ahead and reinstall this, being careful to make sure I've got a washer right here, because that's the way it came. It's installed, now just got to go out and test it. And my buddy has the same exact kayak that I have, except he'll have the old rudder. And we'll do some turns to see if my turning radius is improved and things like that. Let's go out to the water and check it out. Well, I'm here at the lake. We're going to check this out. It's a beautiful day. It's about 70 degrees in January. All right. That's where I'm putting in. Now go ahead and do a full circle.
Yeah, your entire weight's going to be inside of mine.
Yep. I've got a pretty firm and positive opinion about this new rudder. I saw that I could turn a lot sharper. You saw from that video that my turning radius was at least 5 or 6 feet inside of dicks. Now, the one thing I learned is that you don't need to move this much with your steering to see the boat immediately respond. Now, if you've got the version 2 of the steering controls, then this is only going to go out to about right here. And that's fine because you'll still get plenty of turn. On version 1, it'll pretty much go 90 degrees. Now, this becomes a problem if you're backing up, because what will happen is the water pressure is going to push against this, and it's going to be hard to work the controls to move it back straight. You don't have that problem when you're making a turn, because the pressure of the water on the rudder is going to push it back. So what I learned is that if you're backing up, don't turn it all the way, turn it to about right here. You'll still get to be able to turn, and you'll be able to straighten it out a little bit. I also discovered that unlike the version 1 rudder, it is a little bit harder, actually not really hard, but harder to operate the controls because you have a lot more water pressure on this wide blade. But the bottom line is it's absolutely worth the $32 you're going to spend on this thing because the response is fantastic and it's not going to fill up with sand. If you've got an opinion on this, if you've used the new rudder, then throw a comment down below. Thanks.